What's up guys, Ben here and welcome to Motivation to Invest. Now today is going to be an extremely exciting video as I have some humongous news for you guys. So previously I did a video on my top 3 stocks to buy post-election. Fantastic video, and if you watched that video to the end, which you should do with all my videos, you would have seen that the last pick that I did was a stock called Upwork. Now Upwork is one of the leaders in the freelance marketplace economy, or the gig economy. So you have Upwork and you have Fiverr. They're the 2 main players in this space. Now I went through a full analysis of Upwork and I basically stated that I like both Upwork and Fiverr. However, as Fiverr has already ran up massively, I looked at Upwork as the better value version of Fiverr. And I did state in that video that I purchased shares, and I believe many of you guys purchased shares also. So I pivoted. I had a small position in Fiverr, but I decided to increase my position in Upwork as I felt that they are near enough the same size, except Upwork was at better value. But still, I feel if the freelance economy continues moving forward, then both companies will benefit. Now, on all my videos, I do say it's not financial advice. I don't follow my moves exactly. Do your own due diligence on all the stocks before you invest into them. However, if you did invest into Upwork, you may have noticed that today the stock is up by over 50%, and you would have made some humongous returns over these past few days. So if that was one of you guys, congratulations on that major boost. And I'm so glad to have given the value to you guys early enough so you could get in there and invest in the stock before it ran up. So in this video, I'm going to reveal 5 reasons why Upwork stock has skyrocketed. I'm also going to do a quick comparison between Upwork and Fiverr. And finally, I'm going to reveal whether Upwork is still a buy or is it too late to get in there. So this is going to be a really special video, guys. So if you appreciate value like this and great stock picks, which can help you gain 50% in just a few days, then feel free to give the video a big thumbs up. That really helps out with the YouTube AI. And if you're new around here, feel free, hit that subscribe button if you want more investing tips and exclusive stock market picks, which I'm personally investing into. The real goal of this channel is to help you guys be financially free through stock market investing. And my aim is to try and get you the best stock picks before they skyrocket. Right guys, so diving into the share price for Upwork, we can see it was around $6 per share in March 2020. And if we go up here, it's increased by over 438% over that time. So that may seem like a lot. However, it wasn't too late to invest because this is when I got in here. I got in here around $18 per share. This is when I posted my video and I said about the stock. I just previously invested into it. So $18, and then it shot up 55%. Now, people say if you can gain 10% a year and you can compound that over time, then that is fantastic returns in the stock market. This has given you 55% in just a few days. Now, I'm not saying this is completely foolproof and the stock won't drop and it won't be volatile again in the short term. I believe it will be volatile again in the short term, especially as the market cap is only $3.57 billion. So it's still a relatively small company, but it still shows you the power of stock investing. And that's why I do these videos. That is why I love making these videos for this channel, for you guys. I want to show everybody that it is possible to become financially free through stock investing, to earn substantial increases in your wealth, which is much better than earning 0.1% in the bank. And it's a lot more fun understanding these companies, finding out the information early, spotting the trends, understanding how the world works, understanding how the economy works. This is all really fascinating and interesting information. And I'm sure you guys watching find this also interesting, or you wouldn't be watching this channel. It's great making money, but it's also great understanding the reasons why and understanding the rationality and understanding the psychology behind people investing. Because it's very interesting to watch the crowd and watch how the crowd operates, how the crowd invests into stocks, and have a strategy to take advantage of that. And that is what I try to do on this channel, is to be as genuine as possible and provide as much valuable information as possible. So the reason why the stock has run up massively is investors were impressed by Upwork's third quarter results, which crushed analyst estimates. So according to a statement by Upwork, our third quarter performance was fueled by strength from both existing and new clients who adopted Upwork in record numbers. explained the CEO Hayden Brown in the company's third quarter earnings release. As the world's largest work marketplace that connects businesses with independent talent, as measured by gross services volume, we have been building capabilities and tools for a world now increasingly ready to use them. So we're in the stay-at-home economy, we're in the Zoom economy. People are working from home a lot more. People are unsure about the security of their jobs, and people are much more inclined to wish to work for themselves and wish to work to be freelance. So it's great for freelancers, it's great for people who work for themselves, use the Upwork platform in order to gain work. And from a business's point of view, it gives them this flexibility. They don't have to hire many employees on fixed salaries and take that commitment. They can simply hire people on Upwork as they need the skills, as they need the talent to do the jobs necessary. Now, one thing I will say, because I've used Upwork in the past and Fiverr, is I found the quality of the talent is still quite hard to come by. There is high quality talent on there, but sometimes you can end up with low quality talent. So you end up project managing them a lot, which takes up a lot of the time. And you think, well, I'm saving money with the actual cost to hire the person, but I'm spending all my time project managing the person. So that's just something to be aware of. That's my own personal experience with using Upwork and with using Fiverr. But this was maybe a year or two ago. So perhaps the system has improved then. Perhaps the quality of the talent on there has improved. So let's dive into my 5 reasons why the stock has skyrocketed. So reason number 5 is we had 24% revenue growth. So Upwork's third quarter revenue jumped 24% year over year to a record $96.7 million. This was a notable acceleration from the growth rates of 21% and 19% in the first and second quarters of 2020. My 4th reason is they also achieved 26% growth in their marketplace revenue. So this was fueled primarily by a 23% year-over-year increase in gross services volume, or total client spend and fees. This was charged across the platform. So Upwork's marketplace revenue jumped 26% year over year. So marketplace revenue consists of service fees, which the freelancers pay Upwork as a percentage of their earnings. So this comprises of the bulk of Upwork's revenue and gives investors a good insight into how well the business is doing. Now, one thing to be aware about Upwork is they are still unprofitable, as they are continually reinvesting into growth. However, my 3rd reason why the stock has skyrocketed is their gross margin has improved massively. So Upwork actually has a 73% gross margin. Now, as a software online business, this is great. And this is why I love technology. This is why I love digital online businesses, is because they don't have all the overheads which physical store locations have, which brick and mortar retailers have. And that's why you can achieve great margins, and they're easily scalable. So Upwork's gross margin increased to 73% from 71% a year ago. Now, reason number 2 why the stock has skyrocketed is the company's EBITDA has risen massively by nearly 3 times in the past year. So EBITDA is basically a metric which looks at earnings before interest, tax, and amortization. So the third quarter adjusted EBITDA was $6.7 million. This was up from $2 million a year ago. This gave Upwork an adjusted EBITDA margin of around 7%. And my final reason why Upwork stock has skyrocketed is we had 3 significant analyst upgrades. Now, I love this because it just shows the power of the retail investor when you've got people on Wall Street, the so-called smart money, chasing the retail investor to upgrade their estimates as quick as possible to catch up with the share price. The same thing happened with Tesla. So as Stifel Analysis raised his price target for Upwork from $17 per share to $31 per share, JMP Securities boosted its target from $20 per share to a massive $28 per share. BTIG now expects shares to rise to $27 per share, up from a previous target of $19 per share. So Upwork as a stock is firing on all cylinders and trying to cement its position as the leader in the freelance economy. The question is, will it succeed? Will there be enough space in this marketplace for both Upwork and Fiverr? And will people and businesses adopt these platforms at scale? So let's deep dive into the numbers in a little bit more detail for Upwork to remind ourselves about the business. Right guys, so here we are, we're on Stockopedia. Now I always get asked, Ben, which platform do you use to analyze stocks? So here it is, Stockopedia. The reason I use this is a great service. They have stock screeners. You can analyze almost every stock on the planet. Each stock's given a stock rank, which allows you to quickly see whether a stock is a good buy or a good sell. So if you guys wish to check it out and see if it fits your investing style, I've actually got an exclusive 25% off discount link. I'll leave that in the description below. Feel free, sign up and see if it fits your investing style. So compound annual growth rate on the revenue is 22.3%. Now, generally, I look for a compound annual growth rate of at least 20%. To me, that says the company is a true growth stock. So it's above the 20% threshold, which I look for. We can see the company is unprofitable still. So that is the risk with this business. So do expect some short-term volatility. Analyst consensus. So we've got 1 hold, 3 buy, and 3 a strong buy. So nobody is saying sell, and nobody's saying strong sell with this stock, which is quite unique to see. Current ratio 1.78 to short-term debt to short-term cash. So that's how much cash has this business got on hand to pay off its short-term debts. That's those due within 1 year. This has got a 1.78. Generally, I look for at least 1.52, so that's in my threshold. Definitely acceptable. The only valuation we can look at, we can't look at price to earnings because there are no earnings because the business is unprofitable. But what we can look at is sales. So we can see it's got a price to sales of 10.32. Right, so here, this is really interesting. So I've done a comparison between Fiverr and Upwork, and as my initial thought suggested, Fiverr has actually come out as the winner. So it's saying this is a better stock. That's probably due to it's got a larger market cap, so it's around $5 billion market cap. So stock screeners generally, they'll say the larger the market cap, the safer the company. However, from a growth point of view, that can often mean its growth rate tends to slow over time as it gets larger. But a lot of these companies can maintain it as well. So there's different ways of looking at it. Like if we look at Facebook, Facebook's still growing at around 20% growth rate despite its large size. I believe Facebook's nearly at $1 trillion now. I believe around 700 billion on the market cap. On the net profit, it's still unprofitable, the same as Upwork, but it's slightly less unprofitable. We have the sales. So Upwork actually has higher sales from what we can see here. Stock rank. So this is interesting. This stock, Fiverr, has a momentum rank of 99. Now, momentum is an interesting metric. It looks at a lot of short-term factors such as trading volume, such as the exuberance in the stock price. So that is why it's got such a high rating. It means there's a lot of businesses have been investing into it. ARK Invest actually invested into Fiverr recently, and that did send the stock price quite high. Quality rank 53, value 7, stock rank 53 overall. So that's quite interesting. However, overall on here, we can see that Upwork has a higher stock rank of 67, value of 21, quality of 79, momentum of 83. So really, in terms of the numbers here, Upwork is classed as a better stock. So there must be some other reasons why it's calling Fiverr the winner. Dive into a little bit more detail here. It's looking at PEG, price to earnings growth. Now, I think that they're not true metrics. If the company's still unprofitable, there's no point looking at those metrics. So that's probably the issue there. Upwork has a price to sales of 10. So that means you're paying 10 times the company's sales. Fiverr has a price to sales of 40. So you're paying 40 times the company's sales, which is massive. We can see here Fiverr has an average compound annual growth rate of 43.3%. There's no reason why Upwork cannot grow at that speed. So maybe it's something to do with management, maybe it's something to do with the brand name, but there's no reason why they can't do the same thing because they're very similar websites. They're near enough the same thing. They both connect freelancers with business opportunities. So the real question is, guys, is Upwork still a buy and is Fiverr still a buy? Well, I would say yes, they're both still a buy as far as I'm concerned, but I do expect a lot of short-term volatility. These are the type of stocks that you could invest into. They could drop 20, 30% in a day, and then they could increase 20, 30% over the next few days. So that is just something to be aware of. But me personally, I'm holding these stocks for the long term. Fiverr is the more high risk, high reward due to its high valuation. So it has a higher valuation, a price to sales of 40 compared to Upwork, which is the better valued play in the freelancer space, and that is a price to sales of just 10. So like any of these stocks, I would say it's best to just dollar cost average in over a period of time. Don't go crazy as they're still volatile, they're still fairly small cap, and they're still unprofitable. Like all the stocks I mentioned on this channel, this is not financial advice. please do your own research, please do your own due diligence before investing into any of these stocks. If you guys found some value in this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up. That really helps out with the YouTube algorithm. And if you want more investing tips and exclusive stock market picks, which I'm personally investing into, then definitely subscribe to this channel and make sure, really do make sure guys, that notification bell is turned on. That way you'll get notified, like on my previous video, which I did about Upwork before it skyrocketed by over 55%. You'll get notified so you can watch the video and potentially invest into it before that major skyrocket. So that's just something to be aware of, something to help you guys out. And with that being said, I hope you guys have an incredible day. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in my next video. Invest safe.